So the last video I'm doing tonight, I'm gonna ask myself a few core value questions and just answer them. That's it. One, what are the top five non-negotiable values in my life? Family, no. God, family, education, faith. Fitness. Am I an introvert or an extrovert? Does being around others or being alone energize me? I'd say I'm more of an introvert. Um, I like my space. But if I'm around my friends, then I don't mind that. But it's just a crowd of people I can't really stand for too long anyway, because my social battery will go down pretty quickly. So I'm definitely more of an introvert. Um, I feel like I can just charge my battery when I'm on my own, and then yeah. Am I an abstainer, which means easier to give something up, or a moderator can manage temptation? That's a good question. Abstainer easier to get something up, or moderator can manage temptation. I'd say more of a moderator. Uh, I say I'm in between. Uh, kind of depends how I'm feeling. Um, like it's one of my friends asked me something. I don't know. Just depends. What is my proudest accomplishment? As of now, my proudest accomplishment may be graduating high school. But when I get my bachelor's degree, that'll be my proudest accomplishment. What is my biggest failure and what did it teach me? What is my biggest failure and what did it teach me? Hmm, that's a good question. I want to say basketball was my biggest failure, but it taught me that there's way more to life in basketball. Um, Now I just play for fun. Just play with my friends. I don't have to take it seriously anymore. Um, yeah. If I could have one wish, what would it be? If I had one wish, what would it be? I want to get my mother a home in Florida because that's where she's talking. My mother loves Florida. She talks about getting a home out there. Um, so I'd wish to just get her home, which wherever she like to be. She mentioned Orlando, so maybe a home in Orlando. All right, I'm gonna go to passions and joy. What activities make me feel completely energized or lit up with joy? Definitely working out. Getting that pump. It's really no better feeling for me. Um, yeah, I love a good workout, especially a chest workout or anything upper body for me. What would I do if I knew I could not fail? Start content for sure. Um, just start my YouTube channel really. I've tried a few times, but I kept taking my videos down after not getting views. I know that's not a good look, but yeah. What is a consistent daydream I have? My life after college. I always like think about the future, where I'll be, um, the home I'll live in, if I'll have a family, um, if I'll set my parents up. Um, I always think about the future, honestly. Um, Seems like my lifetime feels a little distant. Yeah, like the Travis Scott song. Um, what did I love to do as a child that I no longer do? Riding my scooter. I used to ride a scooter when I was little. I haven't touched a scooter in years now. What is my favorite way to spend a weekend? Absolutely nothing. I like to watch Netflix. I love movies. I'm a big movie guy. Um, Either that or maybe play the game. All right, we'll move to emotions and well-being. What or who gives me comfort? Food. Food gives me comfort. Um, it may be a sad answer, but it's the truth. What does my inner critic tell me? What does my inner critic tell me? That I can go harder. Um, I can work just a little bit harder to get what I want and to achieve what I want. I can go for school, mentally, spiritually, physically. Um, yeah. How do I show myself self compassion and self care? Well, like I said, fitness, um, taking care of your body, um, praying, reading my Bible, cleaning yourself. I have a skincare routine that I do um, morning and night. Um, just taking care of yourself overall, really. It's really important for me and makes me feel good. When I'm feeling down, I like to listen to music. Um, Apple Music. Sometimes I listen to TikTok sounds, depending on my mood. Um, yeah. What is my biggest fear? I feel like death will be a generic answer, so I'm gonna choose another one. Not living up to my potential is my biggest fear. All right. Relationship and life direction. What matters? Who matters most to me? My family, mom, dad, my brothers, my grandmother. So those five people. What defines a toxic or unhealthy relationship for me? Constant arguing, back and forth, and loyalty, obviously. Um, I think if you lack trust, it's a big red flag in a relationship. Um, I'll tell you my answer to a healthy relationship, I believe, is obviously communication. Let's say if one of the partners don't like something the other partner's doing, they'll like let them know, and that partner will be okay with that and just work things out in a way instead of just arguing or just not saying anything in general. Um, Ghosting them, it's not good. So yeah, I think communication's big for a relationship for it to work. Um, so I don't really do relationships, but I know a lot about them. Well, not a lot, but I know the basics. What does my ideal perfect day look like? Okay, I'll wake up, wash up, do my skincare, brush my teeth, and then usually have a cup of coffee. Um, Probably have a good breakfast. Um, if it's a school day, just go to class. Um, get assignments done, study the content for my classes. Um, if I have an exam or a test that week, study for my exam. Um, find time to get a workout in. Then maybe play some basketball if I have free time. Hang out with friends. Um, eat more good food. And maybe play some ping pong or some pool, which I have been getting better at both of those um, sports. And call it a day. If I wasn't afraid, I would go up to girls. I am terrified of women. Um, what kind of legacy do I want to leave behind? A man that was kind to everyone, a man that was about his business, a respectful man, and a man that gave it his all. What is my definition of success? Here's my definition of success. You're laying on your deathbed, and before you take your last breath, you have a big smile on your face with no regret because you know you reached your potential, you know you gave it your all, so you succeeded in life. Kind of emotional there, but that's how I would put it. Last one, daily reflection prompts. One word well today. What am I grateful for? I just got home for Easter break. Had a smooth car ride. Got to hang out with my mom. Um, catch up with her, and I'm happy and blessed to be back with my family. Did my actions today align with my values? Well, I didn't really do anything today, so skip that one. What is a new activity I am willing to try? Well, I want to start cycling. I want to get me a bicycle. Because I did some research on the benefits of bicycling, and it's good for your cardiovascular system, your brain, and it's overall good for fitness, good cardio. So I'm gonna start biking for at least 30 minutes a day. So plan to go to Walmart and get me a bike. And that's all the questions for now. And I'm about to go to bed. So thank you to myself for listening, and good night.